PlayStation. Even though I really like it, it's pretty much my Horseman of my childhood. Stinks. A lot. I'm about to make a rant video right now, which will probably get a ton of hate, but I'm just sharing my overall thoughts on PlayStation. This isn't really a hate video towards PlayStation. It's just, you know, for them to see that what they're doing is not making them get more money or being more famous. Instead, they're just doing things that will actually just bring them down. But I don't know. I just feel like PlayStation's falling down, and I'm just praying for their downfall. Before I start, have y'all seen one of my videos? Like when I make videos about me ranting about PlayStation when they shut down LittleBigPlanet and remove LittleBigPlanet 3 from the PlayStation Store. I meaning, like, you know, the PlayStation 4 version of LittleBigPlanet. I don't know. It's just whatever PlayStation does, I kind of feel like it infuriates me because I just feel because it feels like that they're doing, like, you know, very unforgivable stuff. And they just don't treat their games like really well. They just treat their new games and trending games well, but they don't treat anything else well. Like, are you serious? Like, shouldn't you be concerned about your games? And you should actually just, you know, show care for them. Especially LittleBigPlanet. You already taken away the servers. You already taken away the PlayStation 4 digital version of LittleBigPlanet. What else are you gonna do next? Oh yeah, you also removed the DLC for PlayStation 4 version. But still. And what else happened? You shut down Killzone, which I was kind of a minor fan of. And I even have Killzone 2 in my PlayStation 3, but I haven't really played it as much, and I'm trying to find and make time to play Killzone 2. But still, like their latest Killzone game actually fell, and no one did anything about it but shut down the servers, which pretty much I'm okay with because I never really played the game. But it really sucks because I was looking forward to playing the latest Killzone game, but due to the amount of hate that it has been given, it's kind of understandable. But I don't know. They just been abandoning their very famous games, and all they care about is AstroBot. Like, I used to love and care for AstroBot. Not very much, but I think AstroBot was pretty cool until the developers and PlayStation and Sony turned their attention to AstroBot instead of Sackboy himself. Like, seriously, this is I would classify that as abuse and gross neglect because think about it. LittleBigPlanet was basically Game of the Year. Like, the first one. It was Game of the Year, and nobody can deny that. Everybody loved it. And then you brought LittleBigPlanet 2, and it was still a huge success. And then LittleBigPlanet 3, even though it was probably the downfall of LittleBigPlanet, but it was still a pretty big success. Well, I would say. But then you shut down the LittleBigPlanet spin-off games like LittleBigPlanet Karting, Vita, PSP. I don't know. And then when the hackers came, you had to shut down the whole servers and then try to fix it. Like, and then you actually just put them up just for testing, and then what else did you do? Oh yeah, that's right. You brought back the LittleBigPlanet 3 servers only for PS4, but not for PS3. Like LittleBigPlanet 1, 2, and 3 for PlayStation 3 because you had to keep them up forever. Like, that sucked, but it wasn't that much of a deal because I didn't really have a PlayStation 3 at that time. But then when the servers were hacked again, y'all didn't really have a problem just banning the hackers and just trying to keep them up. But then the second time when they got hacked by false bans, you tried very hard, and then all of a sudden you just gave up? Like, that was really unprofessional. That was a really bad blow. Like, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's just really heartbreaking. And it's really infuriating. I don't think y'all ever seen me like this mad before, but I just kind of had the need to talk about and rant about PlayStation, despite the hate that I'm about to get, but I don't really care. I'm starting to dislike PlayStation because of their actions with LittleBigPlanet, Killzone, and their other games that actually had a lot of popularity. Like, AstroBot, in my opinion, doesn't deserve all that popularity. Sackboy does. Because you pretty much gave all of your attention to AstroBot instead of Sackboy himself. Like, seriously, I basically get the fact that it's a really old game, but shutting down the servers for good ain't gonna solve anything. I get that it's really expensive, but there's no excuse, and it was really inexcusable to bring down LittleBigPlanet's servers for good. And then what did you do? What did you do next? Oh, I'm sorry. You actually took off LittleBigPlanet from the PlayStation Store. Okay, I'm back. And anyways, as I was saying, you decided to take off LittleBigPlanet and delist LittleBigPlanet 3 from the PlayStation 4 store. Like, how are we gonna get DLC now? How are we gonna get the game digitally? Like if LittleBigPlanet 3 as a digital copy does not exist anymore, how else are we gonna play the game? Like, really think about it, PlayStation. Think.